love a joke.
Say, Lucy,
Yeah, Ricky?
a tramp came up to me in the street and he said he hadn't had a bite in weeks.
What'd you do, bite him? Opening butler joke, buddy, come on.
The master says to the butler, Jeeves, did you put fresh water in the goldfish bowl? And the butler says, why? They didn't drink up what I gave them last night.
You know that ancient joke about the guy who saves his regiment, shoots the cook?
No. How does it go?
Hi, I'm John Malos, and welcome to this edition of Connect with Me, live on the showroom floor on this Friday morning. Comcast Channel 187 and 43.6. Today, we have a comedian in the house. We also have a mayor in the house. No, it's not Mayor Ashley Swearingen, but you will know who she is. 436 MeTV option 11. Don't put yourself through that pain. Don't wade through the message. Just hit option 11 as soon as you call in. Back in a moment.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
Yes, we do have a comedian in the house today, but we also have a politician. She is a mayor, and she's very well known around the Central Valley. You know, speaking of politics, did you see what happened at City Hall yesterday? Another bright moment in Fresno City Hall history, of course. The City Council voted not to restore the 8 jobs in the code enforcement. I don't have to tell you what council members voted yay or nay. You can read for yourself in the Fresno Bee, but another, well, I guess they're not getting their jobs back. But we're going to be talking about politics, not Fresno politics per se, but we will be talking politics. And you know what, my friends? This is Friday. We're going to have fun on this show today. We're also going to talk about comedy. We're going to have some laughs and have some fun here on Connect with Me. Let's go to the videotape and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This young lady is a comedian. She's a recreational therapist. She works at Cahuilla Delta. She's the mayor of Visalia, my friend. She is Amy Shuklian, a native of Visalia. She graduated from Fresno State back in 1987 with a degree in Recreation Administration. What is that? Well, I'll ask her. She's a dog lover as well and spearheaded the campaign to open Visalia's dog park, elected the council back in 2007. She was re-elected in 2011, and my friend, she was also appointed the mayor of Visalia. But it's her love of comedy that lightens us up and lightens everybody up at City Hall in Visalia.
Where are you ladies from? One at a time now. Eureka, you found it, okay? Woodland Hills, okay? I've been in therapy long before I've ever seen. I just found out I'm an ACM, an adult child of a mother. I tried Weight Watchers, gained 4 pounds the first week. So obviously exercise hasn't helped, so I'm dieting now. I've been on a diet for 2 weeks. I'm very proud. I've lost 14 days.
Live in our studio now is Amy Shuklian. She is the mayor of Visalia, comedian by trade. You know, I want to hear some Anthony Weiner jokes today. That's what I want to hear from Amy.
Those are too easy. That's, I mean...
436 MeTV, hit option 11 if you have any questions for our guest today. She's the mayor. She'll be glad to answer your questions. Hey, we'll also talk to her about what's going on in the city of Visalia from a political standpoint. We're back with your phone calls. Remember, 436 MeTV, option 11.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer, the first pulsator agitator washer, and now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean Dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
We're back here on a Friday morning. Remember, turn down the sound on your television set because we won't be able to hear you if you call in with a question. 436-ME-TV, option 11. Glad to welcome in the comedian of the day. How are you, Amy?
I'm good. Happy Friday.
Hey, it is a happy Friday. I'm in a good mood. The weekend's upon us. And
Yes, it is.
I'm going to go to an Oakland A's game this weekend.
You are? Why?
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that?
Because it's happening. Because
Okay.
the Coliseum is there.
All right. The Giants are out of town, or?
Yeah, well, no, I think they're playing the Cubs. Yeah,
Okay.
are you a Giants or an A's fan?
I'm a Giants fan.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the A's get no respect. They probably have one of the best
they-
teams in baseball. You know,
Do
I'm
they
not
deserve
giving
it?
up on the Giants.
Okay, good. Don't
But-
never give up on the Giants.
No,
Look
no.
what
I
happened.
mean, listen, I took my son to the World.
2 and 3 years. You can't
I
give
know.
up on that.
Listen, I took my son to the World Series a couple years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, 2010. So I'm a
Very
Giants
cool.
fan,
Okay, good.
but you got to support the A's too.
Okay, we'll
know.
do that.
All right.
But just no Dodgers.
No.
And now we're going to get phone calls. We're getting phone calls now. All the Dodgers fans are going to call.
Yeah, that's okay. We don't like the Dodgers. We don't like them. Anyway, so you're the mayor of Visalia.
I am.
Since when?
Since 2011.
That's when they appointed you.
Yeah,
So it's an appointed
yeah.
process. How does it work?
Let me tell you, in Visalia, it's a little bit different than here in
I'll
Fresno.
just move this a little. There you
Okay. How's that? We are elected at large. We're not in districts like they
Okay.
are here, which some people don't
So
like
you have
that.
no districts in
we
Visalia?
have no districts. Last November we put it on the ballot because some folks wanted us to go to districts, and we put it on the ballot because we are a charter city, and our charter says we are at large.
How many council members?
We have 5.
Don't they represent areas?
We
of
represent
town?
the whole city.
So it's the whole city.
You know, and I like it that way because we
Okay.
look at the city as a whole.
What's the advantage of having it that way?
Again, we look at the city as a whole. You don't have somebody who's just representing a certain boundary and doesn't look outside of that area and wants to just get as much as they can for their area to make their constituents happy or their supporters or their financial backers happy so that they can get reelected. And I think it
Well,
has
that's what
served
happens on
Visalia
the
well.
state level. That's what happens in Congress.
What's happening? Okay, and what's happening on the state level and what's happening in Congress. There you
I
have
know,
it. That's
but-
why I
yeah.
am not for districts, especially right now. We're 100 and not even 130,000 people yet.
So, Amy, is it like Fresno in the sense that it's a strong mayor form of government, or no?
I can bench press quite a bit, but no, it
And
is
you can
not.
body slam a few people, right?
Probably Ashley, but she's little. I don't mean that in a bad way.
You're not going to
I
body
never
slam
met
me
her,
here,
so-
are you?
No, I won't do
Okay,
that.
okay, all right.
But no, I am technically a council member who was elected by my fellow council members to represent the city as the mayor. So there are
Right.
no additional powers or anything. I can't veto things. I run the council meetings. I sign letters. I'm the figurehead, so to say, when folks
You give
come
people
to town.
dirty looks during meetings sometimes? or-
I try not to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially now because we have like live streaming, so people can see everything.
But is there any bickering on the council?
Bickering. We have differences of opinions and philosophies and all that, which you have to have. You don't want 5 people all
Right.
being the same. Thing that always has impressed me with Visalia, even before I was on the council, is the way that afterwards, after somebody has a disagreement or a debate, on issues, you step down off the dais and everybody is our friends. I mean, it's not like
And
we
you-
go out to lunch together and stuff like that.
Oh, you don't go out to
but-
Taco Bell or something after?
No,
Oh.
that's the Board of Supervisors. They do that.
Okay, all right.
We respect the Brown Act. So everybody, there's very much a mutual respect amongst
Yeah.
all the members and their opinions and philosophies.
So you've got what's the population of Visalia? Is it about 140?
Not that big yet. No, we're not even
Okay.
quite at 130. About 127,000.
Okay, that's a pretty good size,
No.
though. It's grown, though.
It's
Visalia
grown.
has
In
grown.
like 2000, we were about, I think, is when we hit 100,000, and so
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it wasn't
has
all
grown.
that long ago that you
No.
hit that figure. But what's the financial state of the city
Actually,
of Visalia? Are you healthy?
We are healthy as most. We've
You're in
done
the
well.
black or in the
Oh
red?
no, we're in the black.
You're in the black. By how
we-
much? By how
We've
much?
been in the black. We had some very strong reserves when the downturn in the economy started. We had to dig into those reserves. There we had about 15 million, and we went down to about 5 million. But this last last fiscal year, was the first time in 5 years that we balanced our budget.
How did you do that?
Well, it was the councils before us and the city manager and the city staff made decisions that if there were any
Control spending, is that it? Is that the key, honestly?
Yeah.
Control
that's
spending,
some of it,
right?
but that doesn't always happen. There are some things that happened in the city that I don't think was very controlled or fiscally responsible, but it was in the good years, if there's anything left over, rather than just spending it on something, we're going to designate it into this reserve fund. And there are some designated reserves, like we have a sports park, an 83-acre sports park that's more than half developed, that's been all paid for in
Got the dog
cash.
park.
We got the dog park.
Thanks to who?
Thanks
Amy
to
Shuklian.
moi. And the city didn't pay for. I mean, I
Yeah.
did fundraising for that.
Yeah.
So we've been doing well, and now this year actually we are about $2 million over our projected revenue in sales tax and property tax, and so now we're starting to put money back into that reserve.
Right.
And hopefully, and we're also looking at giving some raises within the organization because we haven't in a few years.
You know, this is a shout out to the mayor of Fresno and the city council members. Take note. Maybe you ought to be taking notes during this show on how it's done, how to run a city financially. But you know what they would say? You know what their response would be? Well, Fresno's a bigger city. It's much bigger to handle. We have bigger problems. We have this, we have that. And your response to that response would be?
No comment. I want to stay friendly with Fresno. I want to leave town and not get pulled over and thrown in jail.
But what are they doing wrong? Are they spending too much? I mean, if the mayor were to call you, Mayor Swearingen, and say, "I need your advice," what would you tell her to get back on track? You must have words of wisdom.
I don't know enough about the issues in Fresno. I'm focused on my city, my town.
Don't cop out on me.
No, I'm not copying out. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, people don't know behind the scenes.
Right.
Unless you're, before I ran, I'd open the paper on, Tuesday morning after a council meeting, like, what the hell, can I say hell?
I guess. You already said it.
I did. What the hell were they thinking? Why did they vote this way? But I started going to council meetings and reading staff reports and listening to the discussion, and then you think, okay, that's why they made that decision. So, I'm not copying out, but I really can't say unless you're
Well, we had
on that
Measure
side.
G. They wanted to privatize garbage. Where do you stand on that, by the way?
I would not like that in Visalia. No. And actually, our garbage, our enterprise, it's an enterprise fund, so it pays for itself.
Yeah.
And we have quite a bit in reserves. And we are looking at upgrading and doing a lot of upgrading to our garbage service in Visalia.
And you're not in favor of privatizing? Not. No.
I would not be, no.
No.
Not in Visalia.
Water rates in Fresno are going to triple perhaps in the next 3 years. Would you be in favor? Do you have water meters, by the way, in Visalia?
We do have water meters. The difference in Visalia, and many years ago, they sold our water system to Cal Water.
Okay.
And right now we are in the midst of, we are an intervener in a lawsuit against Cal Water going up to the Public Utilities Commission because Cal Water is proposing 28% rate increases over the next 3 years. And to us, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so
It's
you wouldn't be in
ridiculous.
favor
So
of
we
that?
don't. No,
Yeah.
we're not in favor of it.
Okay.
But we don't have control over it because they own our water system.
Right.
And some people have talked, well, buy it back, and that would be millions and millions of dollars to do that.
And the other thing, you know what happened last night here at the Fresno City Council? With the code
did hear about
enforcement,
that.
the
Yeah.
eight workers will not get their jobs back, and so thinking about laying more people off. But I don't know. I mean,
if we
it's
got
just
to that point, I would never do that in Visalia.
never lay anybody off.
No, not lay anybody off. Code enforcement. During the last 4 or 5 years, our code enforcement has been a shining star within the city of Visalia because with the blighted neighborhoods and the foreclosures, they have just done an amazing job at going after absent landlords and fixing up those blighted properties.
Code enforcement, important part of the city.
Absolutely. It's part of public safety as far as I'm concerned, yes.
All right. Amy Shuklian is our guest. She is the mayor of Fresno. She's a comedian.
Wait.
I mean, the mayor of
You
Fresno.
gave me a pay raise. Thank you.
The mayor of Visalia.
I
Hello.
like that.
See, that's a little comedy, right? A little comedy here on a Friday morning. We're back with Connect with Me, 436 Me TV, option 11. Back in a moment.
Weeknights on MeTV.
Ta-da.
Who loves you, baby?
You shouldn't ask.
It's Kojak.
Well, it sounds like music to my ear.
On MeTV.
Look at me.
Why do we love him?
Maybe it's the way I comb my hair.
Or maybe it's his trusty right-hand man.
More bite? Crocker! Crocker! Crocker!
Kojak!
Well, I just wanted to hear how it sounded.
Telly Savalas is Kojak.
Story of my life, baby.
Weeknights at 12:30, 11:30 Central on MeTV.
Who loves you?
She's the mayor of Visalia, and you know how many times that we've tried to get Mayor Swearingen on this program.
She's never been on.
No, you're the first mayor to appear on this
Really?
program. Yes,
I feel honored.
You're-
I'm
you-
surprised she hasn't been.
Well,
This is fun, Ashley. Come on.
we're honored that you're here. So you got this.
I'm honored to be here.
You got this degree from Fresno State. It's called Recreation
Yeah,
Administration.
my parents were like,
What
"Oh, we're
in
proud of
the-
that."
What in God's name is that?
Recreation. Well, I'm a recreation therapist.
No, I understand,
So what recreation
yeah.
therapists do is we use basically recreation activities to help. I work in an acute rehab hospital with stroke patients, spinal cord
wow.
injuries, brain injuries. So I work with the physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, and we come up with goals so folks can get back as much as possible their independent functioning. And I use recreation activities to do that.
They're giving me the signal. Do you want to take a
Was
call?
there a phone call? Is it Mayor
there is.
Swearingen?
Yeah, I have no
You
idea.
think?
Good morning. You're on with our comedian here, Amy Shuklian. How are you? What's your question?
Well,
by
you
the
may
way?
not. You may not think this funny, but I'm with the anti-defamation for Dodger Blue. Exception to your comments this morning.
I apologize.
The Dodgers are
Look,
going down in flames.
I'm wearing blue.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you for that, Mayor Shuklian.
You're very welcome.
I have a question for the mayor today. Fresno, of course, the problems that Fresno's experiences recently are obvious to everyone that lives here. Maybe not so much to the South Valley, but homelessness, and of course the issue of the water rates is pretty important. Measure G is old news, but the homelessness and gang violence pervasive in the valley. South Valley, maybe not so much. Fresno for sure. Could the mayor comment on the situation and remedies that she feels might be useful for Fresno law enforcement?
Okay, I appreciate it. Well, we already talked about water rates. You're
We
against
did.
the raising of
Right,
the water rates,
right.
but what about gang violence and
Well,
what was the homelessness?
It
Yeah.
is prevalent in Visalia.
What is?
Both.
Gang violence and
Gang
homelessness.
violence and homelessness.
What
We
do you
have
do?
seen
How do you
quite
solve
an
those
increase.
issues?
Well, what we've done with gang violence is just really stepped up and given our police department not carte blanche, but that's the number one
Do
thing.
what
the
you gotta
citizen-
do, in other
Do what
words.
you got to do. We have a gang suppression unit. Chief Mestis is incredible, and what she does
Yeah,
with
she's
her.
amazing.
Yeah, she's a great chief. We're very lucky to have her. So, just recently there was a homicide, a double homicide in Visalia a couple weeks ago, and our police department within 36 hours after that apprehended the suspects, and that's
Wow.
something. Yeah, they're really on it.
And homelessness. What do you do?
Well, we are very lucky. The Visalia Rescue Mission is very involved in the homelessness, and we are working with them on some ordinances.
Is it a problem in Visalia?
Yes, it is a problem in
Yeah.
Visalia. It's getting to be a bigger problem. And
So the rescue mission is coming to the rescue in a way.
in a way, working with us, but we also enacted some pretty aggressive panhandling ordinances, and we are in the midst of some ordinances regarding shopping carts, because a lot of them use the shopping carts and it blights, and so we're working on that.
Let's take another call. Good
Okay.
morning. You're on Connect with Me with Amy, and you were. Okay.
Okay.
Well, you got to be patient
And
out
she
there.
was still around. I'd say it was my mom, but
Yeah,
it
well,
still
that's
could have
okay.
been.
That's okay. I couldn't take it right away because I wanted you to finish your answer about that gang violence, a very, very prevalent problem, not only in
But
this area, but the state of California.
Sure. And, Visalia, we're kind of right in the middle between the north and the south, and so we get it. But
Who's winning the war in Visalia, the police or the gangs?
the police.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
you got it under wraps then.
The police
Pretty
department
much.
has it under wraps. I
Yeah.
have all the confidence in them. They are They are a great police department. Yes.
How many homicides in Visalia this year?
Well, unfortunately, with the two recent, and then that same day we had a murder-suicide, a domestic, so that was 3 in one day. I think that put us at 6 for the year.
Usually you have, what, 2, 3, 4?
That would be nice.
10?
No, maybe not quite that many in the last few years.
Between 5 and 10 a year.
In the past, when the gang violence was a little higher, before we really, you know, we have the gang injunction and a lot of that going on, so that really squelched quite a bit.
I like your police chief.
Yeah,
she does a great job.
Hi, Colleen.
Call. All right. Good morning. You're on with the mayor of Visalia. What's your question?
Yeah, good morning, John. Hi, Amy. I'm a homeowner here in Visalia, and we live next door to a rental property who has some like 70-foot trees. We're trying to get solar on our home, and we've been turned down once before because the guy will not trim his trees. Is there something we can do to make renters or homeowners that rent their property take care of their property?
Well, yeah, there is something and that's something that code enforcement does. But as far as the height of trees and all, I'm not aware of an ordinance that we have that people have to have their trees. Certain thing that's, again, a lot of people come to us, but that's more of a civil issue. That's not really anything that the city can do. I mean, if they're hanging over your side of the fence or something, you certainly have the right to trim them, not to be on your side. But as far as the height of them, I'm not aware of anything. We really can't control that. That's just a good neighbor type of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a good neighbor. He won't even return my phone calls.
Obviously not. Well,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the fences are falling apart on the home. Unfortunately, there's a rental on both sides of us. Not that there's anything wrong with renters, but it's really frustrating for us. Our electric bill's $400 a month. We're trying to get solar and be green.
Well, good for you for that. I appreciate that, but it's too bad with the other part of it that they're not able to do it because of that. Have you tried contacting the actual home, the property owner?
Yes, he will not return my call. Okay. I got his phone number from the city and everything else. We just leave messages. We've probably tried to contact him 50 times.
Yeah. Well, just try to resolve it. Try to resolve it the best you can in a peaceful manner, because
that would be nice.
Because it's always good to get along with your neighbors.
Absolutely.
Because you got to watch out for
the people that live there are fine. It's the owner of the home.
It's the owner.
The solar company has offered to pay him $1,500 to trim the trees, and he just won't contact us. So.
Yeah. Well.
Sorry, I couldn't help you on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, Mayor.
All right, and that's the thing.
Thanks, John.
Hey, thank you for the call. I appreciate you watching.
I started 4 years ago doing office hours. I do office hours once a month, the first Wednesday of the month, for opportunity for anybody to come in and ask questions.
Yeah.
And I tell people, I'll get you an answer. It may not be an answer that you like, but I'll get you an answer. And sometimes that's all people want is an answer.
And it may not be today.
And today I let them know, there's nothing we can do.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, you know what? Here comes the unknown caller again. Let's take that call before we go to break. Okay. I know we're running long. Good morning. You're on with the mayor of Visalia. What's your question? Hello?
Hi, hello?
Yeah, speak up. Go ahead, quickly.
I just wanted to tell her that how much we appreciate the city council not violating the Brown Act as our county supervisors has, is what she mentioned on there before.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Pardon me?
Thank you, I said. We work very hard at that.
Yeah, I just really appreciate that, and they have violated it so many times in the past, and we appreciate your honesty and what you guys do and everything that you give to the city, and I just wanted to say thank you. I wish we had supervisors that did the same.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for the call. Thank you for watching Connect with Me. We're back here, 436 MeTV, option 11, our final segment with the mayor. Isn't it sad? I wish we had an hour.
Already?
I know. Back in a moment.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the low-price leading brands reliable advice place. The Whirlpool Dream Kitchen Get Yours Today place. Check this out. Right now, get huge savings on select Whirlpool appliances and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
We're back with the mayor of Visalia, and you wanted to say something about Mayor Swearingen.
Well, you know, earlier I kind of feel like we were maybe bashing a little bit. I want to just let you know that I did actually glean something from Mayor Swearingen. Last year I was getting ready to fly out to D.C. We had some meetings back there, and as I was waiting in the Fresno airport, I heard her voice come over the intercom, and it said, you know, this is Mayor Ashley Swearingen. I'd like to welcome you to Fresno Yosemite International Airport. And I thought, that's great. So I'm going to do that in Visalia. So when I went home, I recorded, and now if you're in the Visalia airport, it comes over, hi, this is Mayor Amy Shuklian. I'd like to welcome both of you to the Visalia Municipal Airport. So
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
You got that from
one or
Ashley.
two people. Yeah, we usually get about
Tremendous.
2 people a day coming through.
Okay, you're a comedian, right? You're a comedian. All right, we're running short on time. Give me some wiener jokes. Come on. Come on, just make a couple, just 2.
It's too easy.
Okay, so it's easy. Just give me 2.
I don't
give me
have
2.
any.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
me
it's
something.
a joke and
give me
it's
something.
give you something.
Give me something. We saw the tape. Give me the joke of the day. What's the joke of the day?
The joke of the day.
Yeah, what would it be? You can even rip on me if you want.
Well, you know, you didn't say this. I don't know if you said that I'm Armenian. I mean, I'm sure people,
you are Armenian.
Yeah, and people might not be able to tell because I shaved before the show. So it's, you know.
Where did you shave? Oh.
Well, that's the other thing. Bikini wax to an Armenian woman is not, it's like back here and, yeah. Ara likes that one.
This might be a good time to take a call, huh? What do you think? Good morning. You're on with the mayor of Visalia. What's your question? Quick, we're almost out of time.
This is a question for the mayor. If she had a choice to hire an individual that had a college degree or an individual that had one of the $20 mail order degrees, which one would she pick?
I couldn't understand
Either
that.
a college degree or no college degree?
Yes, if an individual went to state university and had a degree, or an individual that had one of those mail order degrees, you pay $20.
Oh, a mail order degree.
Which would you get?
Okay, we got it. Thank you very much for the call. So if you had your choice to hire somebody at City Hall with a degree, a legitimate degree, or, you know, one of these mail order degrees.
Well, a mail order degree or like taking internet classes, because there are some internet classes. I mean, if you have a degree through a accredited internet university, if they're qualified, if they pass and they are qualified to do that, then you have to
can't
look
really
at the
answer that question
qualifications.
until you
No,
weigh
you
the
can't.
options.
You can't, and that's, you know, back really quick to the district election things. A lot of people want to go to district elections because they feel that not enough minority representation. And for me, it's like, I want the best person, whether you're a woman, Hispanic, Armenian, gay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
All right, quickly, we have a clip that we want to run. You took the video at the Visalia City Council meeting. I want to roll that, and then you can. Well, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody shot it. Okay, it's right here. All right, the video was taken with your cell phone. That gentleman was the
Anthony
okay.
There you go.
He was at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest in New York,
Pablo
right?
Martinez Jr. He's a Visalian. His dad owns a restaurant in Visalia, and he is a professional eater. And he was in the Nathan's.
Challenged you to a hot dog eating
Well, actually,
contest.
I challenged him.
Oh,
He
okay.
came and we recognized him. He didn't know this, but I pulled a couple of Taylor's hot dogs out from under my desk and said, let's do it. I cheated a little bit.
So quickly, why comedy?
Why not comedy? I mean, you have to laugh at life. You have to laugh at yourself. And, you know, and I'm serious when I need to be. I don't want folks to get the wrong idea. But, you know, there's times for levity. And whether, you know, people say, do you still do comedy? And I tell them, first and third Monday at City Hall.
Okay, you're Armenian, you're born in Visalia, you graduated from Fresno State, you're a comedian, you're a politician. What do you think of Proposition 8 and the Supreme Court ruling?
I also voted against Proposition 8 because I'm also gay. So I voted against it. And I think that equality, it's an equality issue.
Right. Now, your significant other is here today in the studio.
Yes, Mary, the First Lady of Visalia.
The First Lady of Visalia. That's right. Now, are you
She's no lady.
Planning, okay,
no,
but,
I'm sorry, Mary.
Wait a minute now. We've got 30 seconds. So you're planning on getting married to your significant other. Her name is Mary, right?
Right.
Okay.
We haven't
You haven't decided yet.
Well,
Okay.
actually, I have the ring right here. I was going to do it here on TV, but no, I don't know yet. But we've been together almost 20 years, so
Congratulations. You know, you're fun. They're going to cut us off if
They
I
are.
go. They're going to cut
dang
us
them.
off. This is live, so we got to go. But
Okay.
come back again.
Yeah, let
we
me
had
know.
so much fun
Let me know.
with you, and bring Mary along. Maybe we'll
Okay,
have to talk
maybe
to her.
Ashley can come too.
Maybe Ashley. That is Amy Shuklian, the mayor of Visalia. That's going to do it for us on Connect with Me. Have a great weekend, and go A's and go Giants. Dennis Hart is our guest on Monday. Back with more of Connect with Me on MeTV Fresno.